on BBC One, highlights of today's third round ties on Match of the Day with Ray Stubbs.
Patience is a virtue, and with every indication this season's FA Cup final is new Wembley bound, there's extra incentive to go on a cup run. Someone has to be the first captain to collect the famous trophy of the new stadium. Who will it be? Right, here we go. The FA Cup, sponsored by Eon, has moved into another gear with the entry of the Premiership clubs, and it's just on a goal per minute for the next 90 minutes. The first two rounds have proved to be eventful. The third round draw had thrown up some intriguing ties. Premiership strugglers Charlton were hoping they wouldn't get lost in the forest. Macclesfield manager Paul Ince was more than happy to mix it with Mourinho. Football League Swansea City against Premier League Sheffield United was typical of the day. For non-league hopefuls, former FA Cup winners and the FA Cup holders, the third round is a big day on the calendar. And here in the studio, Lee Dixon and Gavin Peacock will cast their eyes over all the action. Last year's epic FA Cup final, now a distant memory for West Ham fans. It's all changed at Upton Park. The Hammers have a new manager in Alan Kirbysley, and he made changes after New Year's Day thrashing at Reading. There was a debut for new signing from Fulham, Lewis Boamorti, for a tie with League One Brighton. Commentary by Alistair Mann.
It's certainly been an opening few minutes which has shown that both these sides have fragile confidence. West Ham off the back of 3 straight defeats. The visitors Brighton off the back of 4 straight defeats. Here's Lewis Boamorti looking to impress his new employers, and well, is that a penalty? No, says Mark Halsey. Little burst, 1-2 with Benayoun. He was caught by O'Carroll, but Mark Halsey believes that it was accidental. We've had so few moments in West Ham territory. Maybe this can be a little more encouraging. The offside flag stays down. And an encouraging moment for Dean Wilkins' side. Now Boamorti. Guy Butters attempts to clear. It breaks for Tevez. It breaks for Noble. And West Ham, 4 minutes into the second half, finally break the Brighton resistance. It's his first goal for West Ham. It'll mean an awful lot to a player who's come through the West Ham academy. But it'll mean an awful lot to Alan Kirbysley too. First touch for Hart. It's a good one and a real opportunity for Alex Ravel. And he looks at the heavens in frustration, and he could well have put Brighton level there. Tevez striding away. He's grown in confidence as his side's confidence has grown too, and that's a good ball in. And Tevez's influence on the game has been significant. As to his Boamorti, is there an offside flag? There isn't. Carlton Cole makes it 2. Brighton protests that he was offside, but the cut tie looks over now. Again, it breaks down. Again, away comes Tevez. Oh, that's nice. Drop of the shoulder. Well, that's more like the Tevez that the Upton Park fans were hoping for when he signed. And that's certainly the Tevez that Eggert Magnusson wants to see. Boamorti, it's a floating ball towards Benayoun, off the post by Zamora. He's offside anyway, it wouldn't have counted. Work to Tevez. He's going alone maybe. Just held up. Here's Newton. Mullins! And it was over a long time ago as a cup tie. It looks like an emphatic win now, concluded by Hayden Mullins.
I think if we'd have had a little bit more calmness, a bit more awareness within the final third once we did break, I think we could have scored the first goal.
I've been here 4 weeks, but I'm alarmed at the treatment that Rio Coca's received, as if one person is to blame for what's happened to us so far this year. And I've said that that can't continue.
Gavin, you've produced a documentary on this match now, haven't you?
Well, Alan Kirby did make a few changes. They've been in the news a lot. And 4 of the players that he brought in today had a really big effect on the game. They really did. I think Tevez, for a start, he came in. He's been a bit unaffected by everything that's going on. And he was bright, and he was lively, and he was aggressive in his running, and he picks the ball up. And this is after, 5 minutes of the game. And this is what Kirby wanted. Running at defenders, causing a problem, past 2 or 3 players, getting a shot in. Look at the crowd behind the goal. It gets them up on their feet, excited. Mark Noble, youth product, been at the club since he was 12 years old, picks the ball up in midfield here, and he's about to spray the ball into a wide position, and he ends up getting the all-important first goal, and his first goal as well for the clubs. The ball comes in from Boa Morte. He's following it in, knocked down from Tevez, who's involved again, and that's a good volley. It shows good technique, West Ham technique, if you like. It's brave, he gets a little bit of a deflection, and he gave them that passion. Local boy gets the crowd again on their side. Cole, who hasn't scored since the first game of the season, circled here, look, coming in for the first cross. He's in an offside position, but when the ball's played in, Boa Morte pulls the ball back, so the cross is coming back. Therefore, he cannot be offside as he runs back and volleys it in. And again, that is a lovely finish. I know he's in acres of space, but that's really, really good technique. And Boa Morte involved in 2 of the goals, £5 million signing. I think it's a shrewd signing. And they play Fulham next week at Upton Park, and things may be starting to look up for West Ham.
Comprehensive analysis on West Ham's future there.